Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and you guys saw in the last video, we pulled out that really neat 47 coupe that I purchased from Carl, and I'm going to put together for my dad. Now, another thing we're trying to do, since I have a little bit of help today with Pete coming along, and also with George helping out, we're going to drag a 59AB engine out for our Ardun's setup for the 33.3 windows. So I learned something as I was talking to Ron on the phone about this, and he told me I do not want an engine that has been relieved or set up for big valves because of, obviously doing the overhead valve conversion. So we need to find a good engine. I already have struck out 2 or 3 times thinking I got deals on already disassembled 59AB blocks. I asked my friend Carl what he had, and lo and behold, in the building behind the 47 coupe, there is 50 more Flatheads lining the backside of the building. He had a little map that said, oh, this one right here, I bought from a guy, I heard it run, it was in a 48 coupe, and it is a really good engine. So if you need that engine for your car, go ahead and dig it out when you're digging the coupe out. So we are gonna work on getting that dug out today, and then George and I, if everything goes well, we're gonna try and get this engine all disassembled and broken down, and we're gonna show you guys what we find. Fingers crossed it is a good engine. Let's hope so. Oh, whoa! This is a toolbox, just like that one I got.
Is it the same?
It's like the.
I moved it, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, the wings on it.
Little arcade.
It's just like the one I found at Carlisle, just smaller.
You need the matching set.
That's a little handy toolbox with lug nuts in it. That fit in the trunk of a Ford Roadster nicely. On this side, and I'll push it.
Ready?
Yep. Oh, not there. You gotta pull your feet. Yeah, there you go.
All right, straight out.
Oh, I'm stuck on something. Hold on. All right. There she be. 59. I knew that wasn't going to work.
Yeah, I should have kept my mouth shut.
We'll be alright.
You're just going to tear it down right there,
Yeah.
right where the bridge is.
Well, that bridge is a strange bridge, especially now, they're tooling, and only has Jersey barriers for walls.
Oh, yeah.
And you hit them hard enough, they move.
I
Oh,
built both studs out of it, yeah.
I moved it with the race cars. Yeah, an 18-wheeler hits that, and you're
Oh,
gone.
yeah.
You're gone.
And this one. Also missed that one. Cool, even if we get it most of the way apart and just have to grab the mallet. There you go. Keep that stand. Wow. Yeah, that thing's clean in there. Holy, oh, it's got adjustable tappets. Wow.
Oh,
Ooh.
there's $150 right there.
Carl didn't know I had that.
Put it back
Yeah.
together.
Once in a while I win. Every now and then. Stop it!
I know.
I wasn't gonna say a word.
Wait a minute.
I was gonna ignore that completely.
Yeah. Let me step over here so when karma gods come down
Good
and get
thing
you.
we're tall and we're standing.
Yeah, when I get struck by lightning, you guys will be alright.
No, when the shit gets up to here,
Yeah, I
those
know.
guys are drowning in it. I'm still alive.
Man, now I want to see what it's got, if it's got a cam.
Oh, it has a cam, it's just hope it's.
Well, yeah. Thanks, Pete. What would I do without you? All right. Oh. You gotta be kidding me. I think we're alright. Yep. What's that?
It's fun.
Well, what's the?
Well, I never in my life have been like, please don't be ported. Please don't be ported. Please don't be modified. I want a stock engine.
Oh, God.
I know. We're good. Thank God. Oh, that bore's really clean. Where's it sleeved? 30 over.
It's all right. It's better than,
Oh, it's
60
clean.
over in a big store.
Look how clean that is. He said he heard it run and it just smoked a little. Guy pulled it out of a 48 Ford and the guy was street riding it. But who knows, maybe the thing was just not tuned right and it was running rich or something.
Everybody hates the
I'm
whispers.
beating myself on that one. Yeah, yeah.
I just set up and.
That'd be the thing when we'd go to Martinsville, race at Martinsville.
How crusty is that side?
That's why I just said this.
This is an engine that I should have probably just put in a car.
I can't believe it.
This is an engine I probably should have just cleaned up and put in a car.
You see?
Probably, that's how my luck works. One that's under the ocean is the one that I send to get built. I don't know if that's a ridge or it's got, I think it's got
Carbon.
sleeves. Where? I don't know. Give it a whack. Oh, there we go. I'm kidding. Got it. There we go. Oops, this thing's definitely been redone. Look at the special blue goop on the oil pan.
Oh, yeah, we got.
Somebody used to work on a Chevy. Oh, guy used to work on a Chevy on this.
That's definitely Chevy blue.
Is that drain plug somewhere?
Right on the floor.
Yeah, this is all like brand new stuff.
Yeah, it's,
I bet this engine had hardly any miles on it.
yeah, it's a Chevy.
Well, at least I'm using something good for.
Yeah.
God. Of course, that one is in a spot where I can't. Get to.
Do you have a? Yeah, Ray's got a couple Ardens.
He also, you remember the drop that Ray Evern had the story on?
I got you. I'm just afraid that when it goes, I'm not gonna have it.
I'm off on this side. Whoa!
That's what I was. Got it.
That flywheel looks like it was resurfaced and everything. Here, I can hold this. Just don't smash my finger, please. Either a good friendship or I'm stupid. One of the two. Keep going.
And just a little combo.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Got it?
Should be good.
Yes?
Yep. Give it a wiggle.
Is that power hammer that Gene's got out there, is that a Mittler Brothers?
Yes.
kit?
Miller Brothers kit. You should be able to. There should be letters to line up.
The mighty pythons.
Whoa!
Oh, look at that.
Where do you want to be? There?
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Man, it turns over real easy when
We-
there's
we
like
sh-
only one piston in it.
We should have fired this thing up.
I know, we should
Put it
have.
back together and we'll fire it up real quick.
Gotta get the shot, gotta get the shot.
How to get the shot.
Yeah. And then Matt realized he didn't have any starters easily accessible, so the video went up 180 degrees.
Come on, Matt, you could have taken the one off the free tee. And
Yeah. Actually, that one's pretty easy to take off. I've had it off about 7 times. I had it. I just have to. Oh, there we go. Let me just take that off. There
Got
you
it?
go. Yep. Put that down there. Got a good 59 AV crank.
Where do you want to put this?
I don't know. I don't have a place for it.
Want to put it on a pan for now?
There you go.
You should know better than me, Dave. You got more years in this than me.
I know, but not with flathead stuff. I mean, small block Chevrolets and, you know, modern motors, yeah.
Yeah, you should just know through osmosis. There we go.
What's Mike do for a day gig?
Is a industrial electrician.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think this is. Trying to see if maybe there's a regrind, but doesn't look like anything special. All right, so George and I got this engine all taken apart, and it actually went pretty darn smoothly for not being organized or planning to do this really more than just a few hours before we picked up the engine. So the bores on this thing are really clean. It's almost a shame that we took this thing apart, because I think this actually could have been a runnable engine as is. But Carl said that when he bought it, it smoked a little bit, like the rings were bad or something. But after me looking at this thing, I wonder if maybe the rings weren't even seated, and this was like a kind of freshly rebuilt engine, came out of a 46-48 Ford. But everything looks pretty darn good on it for what we need. We got all this apart. We marked and located the main caps, put them back on exactly as they were, so that those are good. They got the cam out, and pretty much got everything taken apart to the point where it's going to save me a little bit of time on getting the engine rebuilt. But I was worried when we pulled this thing apart, and it's kind of funny to be worried about this. It's the opposite of what you want, that this wasn't hogged out and relieved really far or anything like that, because since we're using it in the Ardun, when I talked to Ron on the phone, he told me that we do not want that. So I was like, watch me get this good engine from Carl and take it apart, and it's all relieved real far for big valves and everything. So it is not, and it's all good. The bores look good. I didn't see any cracks. This thing actually looks really clean, and I think is a great candidate for building up our engine. So we are, so the plans right now, I got the crank. I took my 2 Mercury cranks to a local guy here in my area that is a kind of an old-time crank grinder guy that all he does is grind cranks. He did the one in the free T for me. It turned out great. So I sent him my 2 cranks to have him polish/grind those, so that I know that those are definitely good. We're going to pick the best one and send that off to Ron to go with the block. So we are moving forward. I'm really psyched. Juggling like 18 projects as always, but I want to get this stuff over to Ron because he's obviously in demand, and if the sooner I can get him the engine, the sooner he can get going on it. So I got a good block now. I have my crank getting ground. I'm going to gather up my pistons and a bunch of other stuff for this thing. I have hanging on the wall, actually I could take you guys over here. So this is like my parts area that I keep, kind of like the archives for when I'm building my own stuff. But I keep some good rods over here. So I have some good APA rods that I have saved for when I'm doing the Mercury cranks. So I got those sitting there already ready to go. So I'm going to actually pull those things and get those with the crank. When the crank comes back, we can take the block. I can take all the parts with me, and here real soon I'll be having all my stuff gathered together to have Ron get started on it. We're going to take a trip up to Ron's shop, and he's going to show us a little bit of, teach me about my Ardun stuff I have, and a little bit he knows, and give us a little more insight on what it's going to take to get this engine put together, which is going to be really fascinating. I'm excited to learn about this stuff because I know very little, and it'll be really cool to do that. So that was a little teardown of the Flathead engine, a little bit update on the 33 3-window project. I have some floors that a friend is helping me make for the car, and some sub rails, which is going to be really great. We're headed to Moultrie the end of this month, so Mike and I are going to be doing a little road trip doing some picking up the floors for this car, and then of course hitting Moultrie. So if you guys are going to Moultrie, we will be hanging out at Moultrie on Thursday and Friday. So if you happen to see us, definitely stop us, say hello, give a high five. We'll probably have some stickers and stuff like that as always. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Catch you later.